Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about hair growth. But we are specifically going to talk about the hair growth process to have a better understanding of the science behind hair growth. We will try to keep things as simple as possible. First, why is it important to understand the science behind hair growth? When you understand the science behind hair growth, it is easier to grow your hair because you know exactly what to do and you understand your hair better. Now, let's talk about the hair growth journey. Your hair is dead and it is made up of dead cells. Your circulatory, endocrine, and nervous systems are all needed to grow hair. Each hair grows out of a living follicle that cycles through 4 distinct phases on a regular basis. As we can see in this picture, hair begins growing from a root under your hair follicle that is made up of cells and protein. Blood from your scalp feeds the root, creating more cells and causing the root to grow. The hair gets pushed up through the skin as it grows, passing an oil gland that makes it appear shiny. New cells are constantly forming in the hair bulb. These cells stick together and harden. The full strand of hair develops from this group of hardened hair cells because new hardened cells keep on attaching to the hair from below. It is gradually pushed up out of the skin. Now, let's look at the second picture. If you have straight hair, it has the fastest growth rate with about 1.4 centimeters per month. Straight hair has a rather uniform and round shape because the tiny holes or pores where the hair comes out are round. Nevertheless, the density of Asian hair is the lowest of the 3 ethnic groups. And if you have wavy hair, it grows obliquely and grows about 1.2 centimeters per month. Caucasian hair has an oval shape because the pores are oval. The density of Caucasian hair is the highest of the 3 ethnic groups, so it is the most dense. And if you have Afro hair, it has the slowest growth rate of 0.9 centimeters per month due to its spiral structure, which causes it to twist on itself as it grows. African hair has a flattened shape because the pores are flattened, which make it more fragile and prone to breakage. The density of African hair is slightly higher than Asian hair. Now let us talk about the hair growth cycle. The stages of hair growth start with the anagen phase. It's the longest phase, lasting about 3 to 5 years for the hair to grow. It can even last for 7 years or more. During the anagen phase, your hair follicles are pushing out hairs that will continue to grow until they are cut or until they reach the end of their lifespan and fall out. At any given time, about 90% of the hairs on your head are in the anagen phase. The catagen phase starts where the anagen phase ends and tends to last about 10 days. During this phase, hair follicles shrink and hair growth slows. The hair also separates from the bottom of the hair follicle. Only 5% of the hairs on your head are in the catagen phase at any given time. The telogen phase is the resting stage of your hair growth cycle. The hair follicle is inactive and there's a white bulb of keratin at the root. The bulb of keratin keeps the hair in the follicle until it sheds, which then starts the hair growth cycle over again. Around 5% of all hairs are in the telogen stage at any given time. What can you do with that information? As we said in the beginning, when you understand the science behind hair growth, you can know exactly what to do. For example, we have learned that the blood in your scalp is responsible to feed the roots in your head, causing the hair to grow. So you understand that the quality of your blood and your blood circulation are important to have healthy hair growth. We have also learned that Afro hair has a flattened shape plus the tiny curls with different diameter at every turns, which make Afro hair more prone to breakage. So you understand that you need to be gentle when dealing with your hair. Some interesting facts about hair growth. Hair grows fastest between ages 15 and 30, with a sharp decline between ages 50 and 60. But whatever your age, there's something you can do to have long, healthy hair. 2. The hair growth cycle means we will naturally shed hairs every day. This commonly ranges between 50 to 100 hair per day. But something to consider is that the more hair you have, the more hair you will shed in a day, and it is completely normal. 3. Your hair is dead, and it is made up of dead cells. Your circulatory, endocrine, and nervous systems are all needed to grow hair. 4. Many things can cause hair loss in women. Most women with moderate hair loss will see improvement by focusing on their stress levels and nutrition. But for some women with significant hair loss, they will still need to investigate other causes by talking to their doctors. Seeing a professional will help you to understand if your significant hair loss is due to hormonal imbalances, due to menopause, pregnancy, or PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, or if you have some other medical conditions that you need to address in order to treat your hair loss. What did we learn in this video? Knowing the hair growth cycle helps you to understand and take care of your hair. The hair grows from the root and is nourished by the blood in the scalp. Your Afro hair is growing approximately for about 0.9 centimeter per month. Afro hair is flattened and fragile. Each strand of your hair passes by 3 different phases: the growth phase for 3 to 7 years or more, the transition phase for around 10 days, and the resting phase and shedding phase for around 3 months. In this video, we've seen the science behind hair growth, and in the next video, we are going to talk about habits that prevent you from having beautiful hair. People say a lot of things about hair growth. Let us talk about 3 of them and let us see if they are true or false. 1. Cutting your hair makes it grow faster. Answer: false. First of all, your hair grows from the roots, not the tips. However, split ends can make your hair seem like it's growing more slowly or make it seem less full. Likewise, split ends can travel up your strands, resulting in more and more frizz. It's a good idea to trim a little when you start to notice dry or split ends, but it is not going to make your hair grow any faster. The key is to ensure that you have healthy hair, that you have healthy tips, healthy ends. That way you will protect your length. But cutting your ends regularly will not in itself make your hair grow faster. Ponytails and braids slow down hair growth because they damage your hair. The answer? Well, not really. It is true that certain braiding styles waves or extensions can put significant tension on the scalp and lead to breakage or hair loss. In fact, braids and ponytails on their own won't damage your hair or slow down the growth, especially if you don't pull them tight at the scalp and in the length. However, always make sure to release them after a few days to prevent stressing out the scalp. It is better to keep the hairstyles loose and avoid wearing hairstyles that pull on your hair. Shampoo makes your hair grow slowly. The answer: false. While it is true that too much frequent wash can damage the hair and that most people don't need to wash their hair every day, and for some people they don't even need to wash their hair every week, shampoo removes product buildup, excess oil, and sebum that accumulate onto your scalp over time. It also prepares your hair to receive better nourishment from other products, which will keep your hair looking healthier longer.